She's firmed again, Apocalyptic.
Now, 175. She did get into as short as 170, but we've just gone back to 175 about her. We've got a little bit more room to move. The multi-anchor there in the previous idle fly was heavily back, so she got a little bit better in multis, Apocalyptic, so we've just gone back to 175 with Tab.
And there she is on screen, dismounting over Harvey Norman, all you need in furniture, bedding, electrical and technology. Apocalyptic, winner of the Furious and the T-Rose, unbeaten in this Princess series since she joined in. Tommy Berry and Michael Friedman.
Yeah, look, I'm not sure I want to dive into the $1.75 or whatever it is, but it's hard to deny the authority in her win last start. She has to be hard to beat again. She gives every impression that she'll run a mile, and she's very adaptable. I think she can go forward or take a sit. So she's likeable in everything bar the price.
I'm loving the way she's coming through each run. I said this last time out, she really settled down from her first up run. She was a lot more settled, and today she's so switched off. She's like a kid's pony here in the yard, which is brilliant to see. She's coming on with each run. She's looking $1 million, and she's going to take a hell of a lot of beating off her parade.
Well, they've already had a good day, the Friedman-Berry combination, having won with Incognito in the Breeders' Plate. Here's number 2, Artistic Venture, Dylan Gibbons for O'Shea and Charlton.
Well, she had the wide draw in the T-Rose, and then she snagged back and found Apocalyptic's back and just slipstreamed her the whole way into second spot. So from barrier 1, she can race closer here in the box seat, and that's been forecast by John going to the steward saying further forward. So she's got to be some chance for sure.
I couldn't fault her in the parade off her. Last time I saw her, she was coming off a real confidence-boosting win, and she ran up to her looks, to be fair. She parade's much the same, so expect to see another bold performance.
Tupacara still winless in 8 starts. Ethan Brown for Annabelle and Rob Archibald.
Yeah, would you believe that? The races that she's been placed in, so still a maiden after 8. The barrier makes it tricky here. What she does, she goes back or forward, I don't know, but she was good at the mile in the...
Best she stepped out, all preparation. She did come on first to second run, and then even more so now, especially in her coach. She had a lot of tidying up to come, and she's finally got there. So I think this is probably the best they'll present her all prep.
Within the Law, number 4, Jason Collett and Björn Baker.
I think she's the big danger to the favourite. Barrier 1 further forward. I reckon she was half a run behind everything in every race she's contested, with only one soft trial leading into this prep. So presents perfectly at a mile, getting the right run. No excuses at all for her today. If she's good enough, she'll test the favourite.
She will, won't she? She's just a tough, hardy mare. She hasn't got a lot of size and scope about her, but she's got one hell of a heart, and that's going to take her a long way. She's been crying out for this trip, and it's her time to shine.
Queen of Clubs, number 5, Nashua and Gary Portelli.
Well, she's looked like the one for the mile all along. She's sure to be run well here. The issue with her now, does she want further than a mile? And I would have just liked to see a little bit more pressure up front for her to really bring her into play.
She's another one that is ready to peak now. She's had a couple of good grounding runs to get her ready for this. Yes, she'll probably continue to step out over further, but she's just made so much improvement. She just keeps tightening up each time you see her.
Karinska, number 6, Zach Lloyd, Chris Waller.
Look, she just keeps running nice races. She's just a length or 2 off the better ones so far.
She's been looking okay. She's not a horse that jumps out and grabs you. She's a neat filly, not a great deal of condition about her. She's okay.
Enviable number 8, Karen McAvoy and Chris Waller.
Yeah, I think she's got a future. Just might be a better filly in the autumn rather than this spring, so keep an eye on her for next prep. She was great the other day, though, I must say. She had a lot of excuses held up on numerous occasions.
She's one that surprises me each time she steps out. I remember the first up run, I thought she looked okay, but each time I see her, she's got a real glow about her today, a real spring in her step. She's really focused, really switched on. So if she's not running on strong late, I really want to follow her out of this.
Reflect, number 9, Adam Hieronymus and Joe Pride.
Look, she's an improving filly with different form. She looks strong, winning a maiden last start at 1,500. Obviously, there's more depth here.
I love her. I've loved her from an early stages in her career. She'll probably be a more autumn horse next preparation, but she's big, she's strong, she looks $1 million. I know she's at big odds, but she certainly shouldn't be off her parade.
Magenta Skies, number 10, Tim Clark and Michael Friedman.
Yeah, looks a promising filly in the making. Whether she's switched on enough for this, she's well bred. She was very strong, bursting away, winning that maiden last start. Just different form, could be good here. And although there's no real big support for her in the market, I'm still very wary of her charging home here.
Well, you have to be wary of the stable at the moment because everything they're sending around is running up to scratch. So this is a filly that I haven't seen before. She hasn't got a lot of size and substance about her. She's just quite a neat filly. She's handling the occasion quite well. Wouldn't be surprised to see her show something.
And Lighthouse Lass, number 11, Reece Jones, on for John Ramsey.
Yeah, going okay in the country. It's a real throw at the stumps here, though.
Lovely, tall, leggy filly, a lot of athleticism about her. She's not the worst.
Okay, Corey.
Since the last run suggests that she's ready to run at a peak, and I think that she'll probably look for further after today even. You know, she's so relaxed in the birdcage and so relaxed in the tie-ups. The coach just come good now. She's got a bit of a shine to her. I think there's a little bit more improvement there. But a real good week with her. I couldn't have been happy with Tuesday morning.
How are your two Epsom runners looking, NCAP and Verona Rose?
Really good. Both also travelled over well. Verona's a very towy sort of mare. She's here for, she's fired up, and NCAP's walking around looking up in the sky. And I don't know.
He likes drones and helicopters.
He's worked out if he walks past a certain place for the tie-ups, that's too close to the track, so he stops there and wants to walk back the other way. He's a character.
Well, let's get him out of the gates and interested.
Oh, please.
Good luck, Gaz. Here's Shani.
I am putting Apocalyptic on top. I got off her second up. I shouldn't have. I should have stuck with her right the way through, but she's going to take a hell of a beating based off just how well she presented here this afternoon. There are a few fillies ready to peak. Keep an eye on them, but I am with Apocalyptic.
Okay, we've got a late scratching in the Epsom today. Willie Dewitt has been scratched. He's got an injury to his eye, his left eye, so he's been withdrawn on vet's advice at 2:55. Willie Dewitt, race 8, number 6, out of the Epsom. Ronnie.
Yeah, that's shocking luck, and he was after the colours he was going to wear there on the favourite Apocalyptic here. I think it's hard to beat. 154.10. I'm with her. She's just getting shorter. $1.70. Look, interesting to see what Tommy does. I'm saying shows a little bit of intent, just a little warm behind the barrier there, but she's nice and relaxed. I think the dangers are 5 and 4. Queen of the Clubs and Within the Law, who gets the charm run just behind them here. And I'll throw in Magenta Skies here, who looks to have a future. I'm 1, 5, 4 and 10.
Yeah, firstly to the Epsom, 9 cents the deduction with Willie Dewitt coming out of that market, and that makes Autumn Glow an odds-on chance now, $1.90, tab.com.au to the Flight Stakes, and it is pretty much one-way traffic here. 165 about Apocalyptic. Started the week on Tuesday as a 190 chance final field, 175 this morning. She got into 170. We pushed back to 175 about 10 minutes or so ago, but back into 165. She's very heavily backed, nearly 70% of the total tab hold. The only other firm to beat her has been Within the Law. $8 into $6 and $6.50 into 6 today. Queen of Clubs sits as a $9.50 chance. Tupacara completely friendless, 450 second pick on Tuesday. She's out to $10, and we're out to 17 Artistic Venture. Magenta Skies a $19 chance, 26 or longer the rest. The 165 just gone back to 170 to get a little bit more out of her late, but she's super popular. Plenty of punters are on her. She's 70% of the total tab hold. You can see her there on your screen.
Well, she didn't contest the first leg of the Princess Series. That was taken out by Savvy Halley in the Silver Shadow, but she joined in and she won the Furious first up off a 252-day break. They couldn't get a foot abscess right. They give her plenty of time off. She came back and went bang in the Furious, and she looked even better in the T-Rays over 1,400. And Michael Freeman's been looking forward to getting out to the mile. They won the Breeders earlier today with Incognito, Berry and Freedman. They're trying to win a Group 1, the first Group 1 of the day. It'll be followed by the Epsom and the Metrop. And the Premier squeezed in there as well as Queen of Clubs goes in, and Reflect about to come up. So the gate's filling nicely for race 6. Group 1, the Darley Flight Stakes. Here's Darren Flindell.
Looking to break her maiden in the Group 1 today. And Tupacara is the last to go forward now, drawn the outside. We're ready now for the Darley Flight Stakes. Group 1 for the 3-year-old fillies. And they're just about ready to run. Racing now. Queen of Clubs was last out of the gates, and Reflect began well. Apocalyptic jumped nicely, but not contesting the lead within the laws there. Artistic Ventures there, and Apocalyptic just looking to slot in behind. On the outside of Karinska, and over on the inside is Lighthouse Lass. Further back then to Magenta Skies. On the outside of Queen of Clubs and Enviable, and Tupacara is back last of all. So Reflect hasn't crossed them here. Apocalyptic is right underneath it, so Reflect will just have to show some zip there, and now it does. And one of the outsiders of the field, Reflect shows the way, and Berry's got the hot favourite up running second, Apocalyptic, followed by Artistic Venture, plonked in third on the inside within the law. Getting very close to heels is Lighthouse Lass over racing. Clear then from Karinska, then came Queen of Clubs, Magenta Skies, Enviable and Tupacara the last two. So Reflect leads at the 650 by 3/4 to the hot favourite Apocalyptic, shooting for 3 out of 3 this preparation. Artistic Venture leaders back third within the law, very well positioned and just starting a run before the turn. Karinska's further back into the straight now and Reflect in front. Berry's waiting and waiting here in Apocalyptic within the law, 2 lengths away. Then came Artistic Venture and Karinska's running home well. He popped the question now to Apocalyptic and Berry said, let's go girl. Karinska in within the law doing the chasing. Apocalyptic 2 lengths clear from Karinska going to second. Apocalyptic's clear. Oh, she's a weapon of mass destruction, and Apocalyptic blew them away in the flight stakes, beating within the law, and Karinska a half head away third. A big gap back to Enviable, followed by Magenta Skies and Lighthouse Lass, Artistic Venture, Queen of Clubs, no run on from either. Further back to Reflect, and Tupacara was always back towards the rear of the field.
There is no stopping Apocalyptic. The Furious, the T-Rose and the Flight. 3 legs of the Princess Series. She didn't run in the first. She just toys with them again. Tommy Berry and Michael Friedman. Apocalyptic stamps herself as the best filly here in Sydney. Beats Within the Law and Karinska. And then a gap away to fourth, a big gap away to fourth, which will be number 8, Enviable. 1, 4, 6 and 8 after the Flight.
Yeah, she's a good filly, isn't she? She has a dig, she tries hard and she gets better. She's getting better. So she's too good from there. Tommy took bad luck out of the equation. He squeezed up on top of the speed there. They had their chance. Within the law had her chance right on her back there, but she just pulls out plenty, and she is a dominant filly, and she proved that today. Far too good, and ran right up to price expectation.
And they didn't hand it to her neither, Ronnie. They made her work for it early in the race when Reflect and Adam Hieronymus. Tommy got up underneath Adam and really made Adam work to get across so he could get into the one-off position. Tommy outside lead. So they didn't hand it to her, but she just travelled. She travelled like a superstar outside lead, but her kick is just terrific. So she's a beautiful horse.
A milestone for Tommy Berry. His 40th career Group 1 victory. His second flight, and now he's with Kayla Nisbet.
Exactly right. I was hoping this would come up today, and Tommy, arguably one of your best days on a racecourse was this day a number of years ago now, but you bring up your 40th career Group 1 on a filly that's building a pretty handy resume.
Yeah, no, she's, I think we spoke about this morning when you sat at my place last night, that I said she could be one of the better fillies I've ridden, and she stamped herself as that again today. She's just so versatile. You can put her anywhere in a race you like, and it looks like I'm on the pony more so than you. She's just so quiet and just wrapped for this syndicate, my racehorse. Ben and the whole team there that run it, they're incredible people. How they've gotten so many people into racing to love it is just beyond me, and it's a pleasure to be a part of and to do it for Michael. We've been a great team for a long time, at a great association, and we work so well together, and very good to have Sean and the kids here today too. So.
Very special. And on your association with Michael, you're starting to be a real force to be reckoned with, the pair of you, but geez, he's got a nice young team.
He does. He's a great trainer. He takes his time, and it's so often you can just speak so openly with him, and he'll tell you you're an idiot or you're wrong, or he'll agree with you, and you just move on. And whether I ride one bad, we move on pretty quickly, and it's a big secret to becoming a successful team. And he's got a great team behind him. All of his staff, his track record riders at home. Ben and Sophie that are, you know, just behind Michael. They're all a great part of the team, and it's very easy to be a part of it. They're just so easy to deal with. So I'll see you later on at the Oak.
Give your poor little rascals a cheer along the feds too.
Cheers, will do. Thanks, Carl.